couldn't come today. Okay, so those of you tuning in, this is lesson number 4, shapes and parameters. We're going over this with 1A. So if it's not your class, it's fine. It's still the same content. So let's look over here at this screen. We just read through this. So vocabulary is a parameter, is an extra piece of information passed to a function to customize it for a specific need. So what it is it's the stuff that's inside the parentheses is information you're giving to what's called the function, which is a series of commands that the computer is going to perform to do different things. For instance, when we have background color, what we're doing is we're calling a series of commands that changes the background of the canvas to the color that we're specifying right here, which is being passed in. That is the parameter, is the color that we're passing in. And so then on ellipse, it's a series of commands that's going to draw an oval or circle, and then you're telling it where you want it to start with the X, where you want it to start with the Y, how wide you want the ellipse to be, and how tall you want the ellipse to be. So if I want it to be a circle, what does that tell me about the width and the height that I'm passing in the parameters? Anybody? If I want it to be a circle. Cole? They got to be equal. Just like for a rectangle, if I want it to be a square, they have to be equal as well. So if I make it 50 and 50, it's going to be a circle. If I make it 150, then it's going to be wider than it is tall. What if I want it taller than it is wide? I need to make the height number bigger and the width number small, okay? And then we've got rectangle, or rect, which is X and Y. That's where it starts in the upper left-hand corner of the rectangle, and then the width and the height, which is how wide it's going to be and how tall it's going to be. Okay, let's watch the fun little video. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they have here. Oh, no video. Maybe that comes next. All right, so these rect blocks have 2 more parameters that you can use to control the size. Notice that the no stroke block turns off the stroke or border for the shapes. So you're going to look at the code and try to figure out how the last 2 inputs work. Change the number in the second rect to make the red rectangle longer than the blue one. Okay, so I've got the blue here and I've got the red here. So there's 2 options here of what we can do. How do we make the red longer than the blue? What's the first option, Eleanor? Okay, which is, well, how would I do that? What number would I change? Eleanor? Wait, I would change which one? So which number do I change? Because I got 100, 100, 100, and 200. Which number do I change to make it smaller? 200. So what should we change it to? Okay. Change it to 50, huh? We're gonna make it real small. Yeah. Okay. What's my other option of something I could change? Peter. Okay. Yeah, I can make the red bigger. So if I want to undo what I just did, I can go to my version history and start over. And it puts me back to where I was before. And so Peter said, I can just make the red one longer. So what number do I change to make the red one longer? Grace? So I'm here in this second rectangle. Which of these 4 numbers do I change? 250, 100, 100, or 150? And what do I change it to? 400? 400? Well, we can do whatever you want as long as it's above 200. So yeah, we can do 200. So or 300. So we make it 300. Okay, and then the red's longer than the blue. Okay, so in this case, is there any one specific right answer? No. As long as you get the red rectangle to be longer than the blue one, you figured it out. You can do that by making the blue shorter. You can do that by making the red longer, or you can do a combination of the two. Make the blue slightly shorter, make the red slightly longer, and you're good to go. As long as the last two numbers, the blue number is smaller than the red number, then you just go ahead, click finish, get the da-da-da, and then you move on. All right, so this one, we have the orange ellipse is behind the green one. Okay, so we have the green. It's already written here. So now what you need to do is you need to write to have an orange one drawn, and you're going to, let's see, do they even have any videos of this one? No, doesn't look like it. So yeah, looks like you guys, we're not gonna watch the video. We'll do this one together, and then you'll have the rest of the period to work on your own. And there's really not that many, so hopefully we can figure this out quick. So we talked about drawing shapes behind each other a couple lessons ago. So what do we need to do for this? Everybody, here's what we're gonna do. Turn to your neighbor and develop a theory as to what code you need to add in order to get this to work. And then we'll discuss it as a class and figure out if you're right or not.
When we were making it, like when we finished, came over and created it on the whole thing. So I'm just wondering, like,
Let's look at that when I'm done with this. We're gonna go over this thing, and then I'll have you work, and then we can look at it. Okay. Okay. Who's got some theories? Raise your hands. What do you think we can do? Oh, I need to be giving out participation points here. Sorry, we've already had Eleanor, Cole, and who else participated in that last one? Oh yeah. Grace didn't necessarily volunteer, but was forced to participate. Okay. Henry Stoker, what do you think? What's the first thing we should do? Okay, so first of all, he says, let's make the green one a little smaller. So 150 for the width. What do we do for the height? All right, so we got a smaller green one. Perfect. All right, next step. Thomas. All right, hold on. You get one thing. So fill color, we're gonna do orange. Oh, good point. Okay, so Thomas says, hey, if you put the orange after, then it's gonna draw the orange one on top. Remember, it executes the code from start to finish, 1 to whatever. So if it does the green first, then it's gonna draw the green. And then if I do the orange afterwards is going to draw the orange on top of the green. So you got to make sure when you do this that you put the orange before the green. Okay, so I added orange as my fill. What am I going to do next? Calvin. Dallas. Okay, so here's the problem with this. If I do 200, 200, and 400, 400, it's going to be as big as the screen, right? And is this an ellipse, Dallas? This is a circle, right? So what do I need to change, Brooklyn? Okay, so I need to make the width smaller. I can keep the height of 400, but I need to make the width like, say, 200. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of close. We'll do 225. How's that? Let's check this out. Boom. All right. So not perfectly quite what theirs looks like, but I mean, it's the general idea. Now, anyone notice anything about these ellipses that's different from the rectangles? Guys? Very astute observation, okay? These are both drawn starting at the center. So when I put 200, 200, that is the middle of the ellipse is located there. When I draw a rectangle and I give it 200, 200, then what it does is it's going to, in fact, let's see here what it looks like. There we go. What it does is it's actually 100. 100 is where it started, and that's at the upper left-hand corner of that rectangle. So if I move this to 0, 0 to get it out of the way, and then I made this 75, 75, then you can see here 0, 0 starts at the upper left-hand corner of my grid. Okay. So the ellipse is drawn starting at the center, and the rectangle is drawn starting at the upper left-hand corner. So that is an important distinction that you need to make sure that you note as you are creating these shapes. Okay, so quick review then. We're just learning how to manipulate shapes, how to change their location, how to change their size, and how to change what it is we're passing in through the parameters. So today's lesson is pretty cut and dry and pretty simple. So hopefully you should be able to finish it definitely before the end of the period. Any questions, I'll be coming around and helping people. You might not even need your headphones today because, like I said, it doesn't look like there's any videos associated with today's lessons, but this is what we got. Any questions? Okay, distance learners, hope you figured that out. Good luck, and we'll see you on Wednesday to continue lesson 5.